Loss of lives, hopelessness for surviving victims, loss of hopes for dependent relatives. These are causes of flooding and indiscipline. In 2011, Ghana recorded about 43,385 flood cases. This is according to a report by the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO. In 2016, the country recorded the highest rainfall and floods in the sub-Saharan part of Africa, leading to about 500 death cases. Death is inevitable, but one does not wish to die prematurely. It is so painful and sorrowful when one dies in a disastrous manner. In recent times, I have seen people lambast government on social media and other platforms over negligence and improper measures put in place to curb the flooding menace in the country. But is it actually so? The National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, is one of the major government organizations that is in charge of risk management and also disaster management. Its vision is to reduce the risk of people, especially the poor and disadvantaged, from the effects of natural, environmental, and human-induced hazards by coordinating the resources of government institutions and non-governmental agencies and the private sector, and developing the capacity of individuals and communities on the prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery from disaster. Its mission is to manage disaster by coordinating the resources of government institutions and non-governmental agencies, develop the capacity of voluntary community-based organizations to respond effectively to similar emergencies and improve livelihood through social mobilization, employment generation, and poverty reduction projects. However, one of its objectives is to strengthen the institutional capacity of NADMO and its stakeholders to perform effectively and to implement disaster management programs at national, regional, district, and zonal levels. One will ask, have they been able to achieve this vision and mission statement? On June 3, 2016, Ghana woke up to a state of mourning and pains following a heavy downpour that claimed lots of lives. This was as a result of sewage systems in the country not functioning. The Odo River, the major channel through which lots of excrement passes through, was full to the brim and had no other options than to overflow. Pressure was mounted on the then NDC government to do something about the floods. The government had the services of dredge masters to desilt the Odo River and collect all the waste in it to allow free flow of water. This was started, and at a point it stopped. The vision of the then government to get rid of the dirt in the Odo River could not be realized because in December 2016 they were kicked out of office. As usual in Ghana, the initiative that was started by one government and could not finish before leaving office will never continue by the other government when the mantle of power changes its hands. This has been the story and root cause of Ghana's inability to develop. Media houses for some time now have in their own way been championing a cause for change and development with certain some agendas with the hashtag Stop the Field, hashtag Be a Good Citizen, hashtag The War Against Indiscipline, and the likes, just to crave the indulgence of the general public to contribute their quota to the development of the nation. But wait a second. Is Ghana's problem an effect of negligence by our leaders, or it's just indiscipline, which is attitudinal? Media houses like City FM and City TV have started an agenda which is called the War Against Indiscipline. This was launched on their social media handles about a month ago. The aim of this is to help fight against indiscipline to pave way for the development of the nation. In April 2019, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on his Twitter handle, while commenting on the recent flood cases, said, "Beyond addressing issues of infrastructure, our attitudes towards sanitation have to change as well in order to help tackle the problem of the perennial flooding of Accra. Every effort is being made by the public authorities to deal with the problem." On 1st June 2019, I visited a village in the Volta region called Mepe to attend a funeral, and at the funeral grounds, I witnessed a sad moment and I felt like giving up on the fight against indiscipline. A security official at the airport company passed on, and I happened to have attended the funeral. At the funeral grounds, I spotted a gentleman, name withheld, who is the staff of the airport company's security, dropping an empty bottle on the ground out of the vehicle he was sitting in. So I screamed at him and said, "Can you please come back and pick the bottle?" He didn't mind, so a colleague of mine picked up the bottle and walked to him and said, "Please, here is the bottle you dropped." Out of nowhere, one of the security personnel, who happens to be a colleague of the victim, came and was questioning us in Chi and said, "What they are to form in today?" There, I was very hurt, and I said, "This is the reason why Ghana is not developing. The war against indiscipline can only be achieved if we all contribute our quota to it." The gentleman got angry and wanted to lynch me. On Monday, June 3, 2019, the AMA, in collaboration with the Kaneshie Police Division, championed a course to evacuate all traders on the Kaneshie Foods Bridge. 2 days after the evacuation, the traders are gradually coming back, all because there is no police guarding the area to ensure they don't climb back. But my question is, do we as citizens always need someone to tell us what to do? Can't we think for ourselves? On the morning show of Adom FM on 7th June 2019, a former Deputy General Secretary of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, Mr. Kuku Anyidohu, also added his voice to the call against indiscipline by saying, "Forget about politicians, start a mindset revolution to end perennial floods."
If we don't start some kind of civic revolution in this country, NDC, MPP, I'm a politician, yes. But I'm a politician, anyway. This country does not politician. But this Ghana does not belong to politicians. It belongs to all of us. Why? People have money and they're just behaving in this country. There must be a conscious mindset revolution. People should wake up, go after the politician. In fact, if they begin to ignore the politician and say that Ghana does not belong to politicians, the politicians, they are bravo. I'm a politician. But honestly, if we don't change this NDC, MPP narrative, we are going nowhere. This beautiful country, God has blessed us with everything. And I'm so
Indiscipline is basically defined as the lack of discipline. In the early hours of Friday, 7th June 2019, on my way to the office, I spotted these cattle grazing in the middle of the Kaneshie Graphic Road in the heart of the city. With its owner boldly walking with them. At this particular moment, I asked myself, why can't we just be disciplined for once? Lots of motorists looked on while these animals were causing a huge traffic on the streets, depriving road users easy access and free flow of vehicles. People were just crossing the roads at unauthorized points and routes. Everyone seems to be doing what suits them. What kind of country are we living in? The war against indiscipline should not just be seen as a City FM initiative. It should be in the interest of everyone who calls himself or herself a Ghanaian. It's time to be citizens and not spectators. Indeed, people will look at you with all kinds of eyes and call you all sorts of names. But the heroes of change in the world didn't get to change the award only on a silver platter. It takes selflessness and passion to make a change to drive the agenda to success. Government cannot achieve the fight against flooding alone. It needs you and I to come together and have a mindset revolution in order to make this a success. Amos Kofi, reporting for Vicus News, Accra.